What is the crack, everybody? My name is Jacob Potato, and today a lot of the schools in Northern Ireland went back to their normal routines. All the children started going back, all the teachers were back for the last couple of weeks, and it made me think about the amount of preparation that has to go into getting a child ready for school, or the amount of preparation that has to go into a teacher thinking about what they're going to tell their class for a week. Also, the amount of preparation that goes into me making these videos every week, trying to think of a topic, trying to get some gameplay. A lot of preparation is needed to do any task in life. I'm kind of trying to do this thing where I talk about some life lessons I had, or something that happened to me personally, so that I can help explain my topic a bit more. But I've got a couple of things that really helps. And a good life lesson that I had, I'm trying to be a teacher. I'm trying to go through and become an IT or a computing teacher in some secondary school in Northern Ireland. I'm doing my degree at the minute. I'm in my final year. There's a little bit of information for you about my life. Part of that was going into a school and teaching for a while. And on my first day, I did not prepare at all. Did not prepare. I thought that the amount of what I had done for the class, the small amount of preparation that I had done, would have been useful. And it really wasn't. I was going into a class of various ages, various age groups in high school, so say about 11 to about 17, 18 year old. And I was going in to teach Java coding using a game called Turtle or something, or Go Turtle, I can't remember. And I had done no preparation, no nothing, and I walked into that class thinking I was the man, and I was going to go in there and teach these kids something about Java that they did not already know. And surprisingly, these kids knew a lot about Java. They had used this program for the last 3 years before. The ones that had come back for the last 3 years had used this program. They were making such complicated games. It was this little Java program. Java is a computing language for anyone who doesn't know. And you programmed the turtle to do what you wanted. You could tell it to move forward, you could tell it to turn left, right, eat an apple, things like that. And I walked in there with hardly anything done, thinking that these kids knew nothing. And japers oh, was I in for a rough day. Walked into the class, everything started going well, started getting them doing icebreakers, little games and things like that, started telling them about Java, and then when it actually came to the teaching of it, I did not know what the flip I was doing. I hadn't a clue. I was stood at the front of the class with my little notes in my hand, and I was just thinking, I am in serious bother. And it showed. The teacher realised it, the pupils realised it, and the teacher purposely let me drown. He purposely left me out to dry. And to be honest, I was the better person for it. He realised that I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I knew I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And he let me drown a bit. He then explained to me afterwards why he had done it. He had told me that is why you need to prepare. That is why you need to get stuff ready and organise yourself. Otherwise you will just be left standing at the front of the class looking like an idiot. Which I was. I'm not even going to lie. So from that moment on, every time I'm trying to do something, I organise myself, I get something in my mind that I want to do, and then write it down, make notes, what I'm going to do each step. Except for these commentaries, a lot of these commentaries are very off the wall, like I think of a topic, and then I just run with it. But after that moment, I started to realise how God helps us with our preparation. How God prepares us for things in life, maybe a year beforehand, so that you can deal with it when it happens to you, maybe a year later. The best example of this is a person that I know, and they recently headed out to a foreign country. It's not my girlfriend, just quite ironic that they're both away at the same time. And this friend recently, I remember saying about it ages ago, a family member of hers developed cancer. And recently, by some sort of miracle, this is a very rare form of cancer. This is not bowel or stomach. This is somewhere in between that is so difficult to treat and so difficult to cure. He has recently been given information that the cancer is shrinking. Like, that is pretty awesome. But ever since the moment that her family found out that the person had cancer, they had just been so distraught. They had pretty much left her to her own devices. She pretty much had to learn how to deal with life without her mum and dad, to be there to help her cope, to be there to help her through little things in life that she would really need them for. There was many a night that I seen her out and I was chatting to her, and she was just so distraught that the fact that her mum and dad pretty much weren't even the same people anymore. She didn't recognise them. And recently I was chatting to her, and once I found out that I'd given not the clear but the information, I kind of had this mind-blowing moment that just made me realise that, you know, God was preparing her for her time out in this country. She's been struggling out in this country ever since they landed. Her and 3 other people are out there currently at the minute. And ever since she landed, she's been struggling so hard just with the different environment. I had this mind-blowing moment that I just realised that God was preparing her for her to go out to this country and not have her parents. This is the first time she's been away without any adults with her. This is the first time that she's been away with people without any adult supervision or her parents to help her through things. And I was just thinking, like, God put you through all that stuff with your mother and father for a reason. And He pretty much has just been cradling you with these little small moments with your mum and dad to help you manage yourself out in this country without anybody other than the 2 people you're with. And like, that was just a mind-blowing moment. And the fact that I can relate that back to last week is even more mind-blowing, because I had that after I'd done the commentary last week, and I just thought the fact that there is such a link between this week and last week that I can do with a commentary is just phenomenal. You know, God is setting up all these little things, all these things that He wants me to talk about. I honestly feel I'm called to talk about this stuff, even though beforehand the devil was throwing things through my mind that I feel kind of like he was trying to stop me from doing this commentary, trying to make me feel bad about doing this commentary. But you know what, I said screw him, and I came and done it anyway. And the fact that I can put this link between this week's commentary and last week's commentary, the fact that God will not put you through anything in life that you cannot handle is just amazing. Like, that is our God that cares about us, that loves us. He will never put you in any situation that you cannot handle. The fact that He slowly brought her up to a level that she would be able to cope with being without her parents is just amazing. And it just shows what our God can really do, how He can mould our lives and just prepare us for any situation that we might find difficult, so that we can get through it with His help and with anybody's help. It's pretty awesome, like. But anyway, guys, I can't believe the link between these 2 commentaries in the last week. Like, I hadn't this one planned at all. The fact that I put up the commentary, the same day I put up the commentary, I got the news. I was just like, whoa, that is pretty cool. And then a couple of days later, I thought up of the commentary idea, and I was just like, whoa, that is even cooler. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I can't promise that next week will be as amazing, but I try anyway. But to any of you guys going out there doing something for the first time, just remember to prepare yourself for what you're probably going to have to go through. If you're going to school for the first time, just prepare yourself for the change in the atmosphere and the people and the personalities. If you're starting a job, it's going to be the same thing. If you're going away on holiday, you have to prepare what your money you're going to take and everything. It's amazing in life, the preparation that has to be done. It really is. And with that in mind, I have a little verse. And 1 Peter really seems to have a lot of great verses in it. Because here's another one that I found. And it's 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. And it says, "But in your hearts honour Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defence to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that it is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect." So while it is important to prepare for things like school and a new job and holidays, it's even more important to prepare for the coming of Jesus. So just always remember that, guys. My name is Jagged Potato, everybody. I am a Christian gamer, and I will see you all next time. Are enemy helicopters annoying you? Wiping out your team? Dropping off enemies behind your lines? Well, with Jagged Potato Industries, we have a solution. Jagged Potato, wiping out noobs since 2005.